Alright, Hollows. This one's controversial. Today I'm ranking every From Software game you can actually play on Steam, from worst to best. Yes, I know about Bloodborne. Yes, I know about Demon's Souls. They're PlayStation exclusives. That's literally Sony's fault. Not mine, this is the Steam catalog only. So we got the 3 Dark Souls games, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and Armored Core 6. 6 games, ranked by me, based on what I've actually played, which is all of them, multiple times, sometimes too many times. None of this is sponsored. You can probably guess number 1, but the order from 6 to 2 is where you're going to start typing in the comments. Good, let's get into it. Number 6, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Look, I know, putting DS2 at the bottom is the boring take, and I'm sorry. DS2 had a different lead director than the rest of the series. The level design is weirder, the lore feels disconnected, the enemy placement is genuinely sadistic in some areas, and the soul memory system is a multiplayer crime. But, adaptability stats aside, DS2 has Fume Knight, it has the Forlorn Invasions, it has Aldea, and the DLC trilogy is fantastic. It's the most experimental Souls game, and even at the bottom of this list, it's a better RPG than 90% of what came out the same year. Don't sleep on it, just know what you're getting into. $20 usually, 10 on sale. Worth a playthrough. Number 5, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Stay with me. This isn't a Souls game, this isn't open world, this isn't a 50-hour epic. It's a tight, mission-based mech action game where you build a giant robot in a garage, take a contract, fly into a war zone, and obliterate other giant robots. Missions are 20 minutes. Bosses are bullet hell choreography. The build variety is unreal. You can run reverse-jointed legs with a quad laser cannon and zero-gravity boost into a bipedal sniper kit, all in the same campaign. The story is surprisingly good too, multiple endings, multiple new game plus runs. If you bounced off Souls but love a good mech, this is the From game for you. $59. Worth every cent. Number 4, Dark Souls Remastered. The one that started it all. The original Dark Souls is still the most cohesive world From Software has ever made. Lordran is one giant interconnected level, no fast travel for the first half, and every shortcut you unlock makes you feel like a genius. The combat is slower than the modern games. The camera is finicky. The second half of the game is rougher than the first, but the highs are unmatched. Aner Londo, The Painted World, Ornstein, and Smuff. Artorias of the Abyss. If you have never played a Souls game, this is where to start. $40. Mandatory homework if you care about modern action RPGs. Number 3, Dark Souls 3. The most polished traditional Souls game ever made. DS3 took everything learned from Bloodborne, ported it back into the Souls framework, and the result is fast, brutal, and dripping with melancholy. Lothric is gorgeous. The boss roster is stacked top to bottom. Pontiff, Champion Gunder, Nameless King, Slave Nightgale, Soul of Cinder, every one of them a banger. The Ashes of Ariandel and Ringed City DLCs are arguably the best content in the entire series. The only reason this isn't number 2 is that the next 2 games on this list are doing something more ambitious. But pound for pound, DS3 is the cleanest Souls game ever made. $40. No notes. Number 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Here's where the takes get spicy. Sekiro is FromSoft's masterpiece if you ask me. And the only reason it isn't number 1 is that the next game on the list has a bigger world. Everything else, Sekiro wins. The posture system, the deflect timing, the prosthetic arm tools, the verticality, the swordplay, all of it is the most refined combat From has ever shipped. There's no leveling cheese, no summons cheese, no spec dodging. You learn the boss, or you die over and over until you do. Owl, Father, Genichiro, Sword Saint Ishin, these are some of the greatest one-on-one duels in any video game ever made. $60. If you bounce off at the first hour, push through. Hour 10 is transcendent. And my number 1 modern FromSoft game on Steam is Elden Ring. I know, predictable pick. I don't care. It deserves it. Elden Ring took the FromSoft formula and exploded it into a massive open world with George R.R. Martin lore, 100 unique bosses, and more secrets than you can find in 3 playthroughs. Stormvale, Caelid, Leyndell, Mountaintops. Every region looks like a different game. The build variety is the most generous From has ever been. You can play a sword guy, a mage, a faith caster, a stealth dagger build, anything. And Shadow of the Erdtree, the DLC, is bigger than most full games and arguably the best content From has ever made. $60 for the base game, $40 for the DLC. That is the deal of the decade. Number 1, Locked In. Alright, that's the 6. I know somebody's mad about Sekiro being 2 and not 1. I know somebody's mad about DS3 being 3. I know somebody's mad about DS2 being last. Drop your ranking in the comments. I read all of them. I argue with all of them. Bloodborne stays on PlayStation. Maybe one day. New countdown next week. different genre, same energy. Like the video if it helped, subscribe for more. Neither of those things change my life, but they do help the channel. Praise the sun. Take care of yourself. Drink some water. I'll see you in the very next one.